Is.
Good. And what was that dative singular? I heard some people mix it up. I. Remember, it's this one. A-E. Okay? I. Okay, let's try our neuter. Ready?
E, orum, is.
Good. It's like directing a choir. Okay, let's try our third declension nouns. We would say any.
Is, ibis.
Nice. Okay, let's try our neuter singular. Any, ah. Any, ah. Now it's all the same for the rest of it. Is, Okay, let's do it. Let's put that one up.
Is,
This one we need, Jennifer. I mean, Mrs. Albertson. Okay, let's try it. Ready? Any, is, e, ibis, ibis. Okay, what words would come in that category?
Numen.
Okay,
Nomen.
right. So do you guys remember we had our little dude? Okay, so we had our little dude sitting in the water. Okay, he has a chest and a heart and a name and a head and a mouth, and there's his body, right? So we had flumen. Sorry about that. Is that better?
Yes. Thanks.
So we had the river. So we had the flumen, the flumina, right? So let's try to do the singular and plural. Flumen. Good. How about the legs? Crus, crura. How about the chest? Hectus, hectora. How about the heart? Cor. How about the name tag? Good. How about the head? Good. How about the mouth? And the body? Good. Okay, if you can draw this picture, okay, for those of you who didn't have me, there's a few of you last year, if you can draw this silly little picture, you can remember what these third declension neuters are, okay? All right, now we had our eight-eyed monsters. So we drew a picture that looked more like, you know, something like, here's our little, let's see if I can draw it. Okay, here's our little animal, okay? And he's, ah! Okay, so there he is. He's drowning in the, what is this called? Mare, and the animal. So we have mare, and now the plural? And animal. Now our eight-eyed monsters, they like their eyes. Okay, so let's do this one. Any. Right, so it changes here. This one looks different. It's an E down here. Okay? So this chart is very, very, very important. All right? Because it's a little, these thirds are always going to be that thorn in your side. Okay? They just are that way. All right. Let's try our fourth declension nouns. So if I said us, oos. Okay, that one was a little hard because it came at the end of the year, so let's try it again. Ready? Us, oos, oos, us, whoops, ibis, ibis. Okay, I messed us up, so let's try it one more time. Us, oos, oos, ooey, ibis, ibis. Again. Us, oos. Do it again. Sounds like everybody needs a little work on that one. Okay, good job. Second declension adjectives. What do they look just the same as?
Oh, the
First and second, sorry.
the nouns.
The nouns. Woo! Go cavemen. Okay. They look just like the noun chart. Do we need to go through this again? No, I don't think so.
No.
He just wants brownie points. Okay, how about our third declension adjectives? Yes, do you have a question?
No.
He knows it. He's ready to come up here and chant it for us, right?
Maybe.
He would do it for candy. He would probably do it for anything for candy. Let's try it. Ready? Let's just, if I say it, let's see if we can do it. Is, ace,
Ace, ibis, ibis.
right, adjectives, so they like their
Eyes.
eyes, okay? let's look at that one again. Ready? Is, ace. What did that look the same as?
Nothing.
Not quite anything, right? But it looks pretty similar to this third declension here, right? It's just this is an E on these because they're adjectives. Okay, let's do our neuters. Ready? Ia, is, ium, ibis, ibis. Do it again. Is, ium, ibis, ibis. Okay, so this is pronounced ia, okay? All right. If you have not gone over these charts or you need practice, all of these charts are online on the website, okay? So if you just go into the grammar section of your class, you will find this, the grammar binder sheets. If you've not printed them off, if you haven't used them to practice yet, you need to put them into a binder, either at the back of your binder or make your family your own personal grammar binder. This is going to become especially important as we move into this next phase, okay? All right, question. Who has done memory period so far online this summer? Right? Whoa, way in the back.
I think I did it once this
Way in the
summer.
back. Anna, Cademan, Silas, Theodora, yay, Isabella. Is your hand up?
Years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did it
Eden.
once, so I don't remember anything.
Soren.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, candy next week. Well, not next week, the week after. Actually, you know what? It's going to be better than candy. You're going to get bonus points on your quizzes if you have done memory period that week. It is an honor system that you are going to mark yes or no, okay? But every week for a long time, you can earn bonus points on your quiz if you have done memory period that week. Memory period, again, is on the website. Just get onto that little YouTube video. Even if you think, I know this stuff, I don't care. Just keep doing it, okay? You need, as we move in, you haven't seen how these things apply yet. So right now, they're kind of like back here in your brain, and we're going to be pulling them forward, and you're not going to have time to memorize stuff later on. Yes, sir. How may I help you?
Can we have candy also?
When you went, for what?
For the bonus points and the candy?
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. I think I can accommodate you for at least a few weeks. Okay, let's go on ahead and pull up our text. So you need to have, I would actually probably suggest that you just take your text out so you can sit it on top of your vocabulary sheet or vice versa, because you don't want to flip back and forth today. So 11:11. Thank you. Okay, great. So we can take our time. I have it set on here. I just have to get it in my brain.
That's 2, 3.
I went through at the beginning. I was like, I gotta set myself a timer. Like, it's just too hard.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody should have their text in front of them, and you should be seeing your section 1 vocabulary list, right? Okay, let's go on ahead. We are going to read out loud our first sentence. Actually, yeah. So my throat is feeling quite sore after talking. I haven't talked this much in a long time. So we're going to just read this together. Okay, ready? Anus in duodecim menses dividitur, quorum nomina haec sunt, Januarius, Februarius, Martius, Aprilis, Maius, Junius, Julius, Augustus, September, October, November, December. Nice job, guys. Okay, what's the first thing we want to do when we're looking at our sentence? Soren. Verb. Very good. Okay, so 2 lines under our verb. What is our verb?
Are.
Oh, yes. Okay, so there's one verb. Do you see another verb?
Dividitor.
Dividitor. And do you see a subject?
Anus.
Anus. Do you see any prepositional phrases?
In duodecim.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And I also see something else. Do you see a
poem. Poem is also the prepositional phrase.
not the prepositional phrase? Remember what kind of clause that is?
Well, it's
Starts with a relative
yeah.
pronoun, so it's a. You've got it.
It's genitive.
That is genitive. You're right, but this is
Yeah.
actually a relative clause. Remember those?
Yeah.
What do we need for a clause? We have to have 2 things in a clause to be a clause. Anna? A subject and a verb. Good job. Don't worry, I'm not going to forget about giving you candy, but we had somebody else answer in the middle of it, so let's keep going. We have to have a subject and a verb, right? Do you see a subject and a verb inside of our relative clause?
It will be nomina sunt.
Nice. Okay, so just translate the skeleton of this sentence for me.
Okay. So
So start with your subject and your main verb.
heels are divided, and then do you want me to do those?
So I actually want you to think about this for just a minute. Is this anus?
A year. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. A year dividitur.
Is divided
Good. Now go into your
in 12, I'd assume, months.
good. Let's go ahead and keep before we write anything down. We're going to stop. So this is menses, and we're going to discover something about this word here in just a minute. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put that aside for a minute. Let's go ahead and try this one. So this is, you said it was genitive.
Yeah.
What little word do we remember with genitive? Who can tell me? Annalise. Of. Thank you. Woo! Y'all are bright. I'm just gonna tell you. You're brightening my day, and you're so smart. I'm so happy you remembered all this stuff. Okay, go ahead.
Of which the names are.
Right. Good.
Wait, of which it will be these names.
Well done. Right. Remember, it's hic, hi, coke, and then if you go to, how do we do the next one? He, do the plural, sorry, plural nominative. I didn't tell you what I wanted. He,
Hike.
good. Okay, so this hike is modifying what word? Somebody tell me. James.
Nomina.
Nomina. Nomina was one of the little name tags, right? So what gender is it?
Neuter.
Neuter. Okay, neuter plural. So this is modifying what word?
Nomina.
Nomina. And it is also,
Adjective.
it is an adjective. Nice. Okay. Neuter, it's also a neuter plural. Okay. Of which, oh, sorry, James. I almost left you out. Ready? I'm afraid of my throwing skills. Okay. It's a good thing it's not bigger than that. My kids told me I needed to buy blow pops. They're like, everybody likes blow pops. And I'm like, I'm just envisioning like, like right in your head. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I will pull myself together. Okay. Go on ahead.
Oh, it's of which these names are.
Of which these names are. And everybody can tell me these. Let's just do them again in Latin. Januarius, Februarius, Martius, Aprilis, Maius, Junius, Julius, Augustus, September, October, November, December. Does anybody need those translated? I didn't think so. Okay, let's take a look and see what our new words were. Anus, what did it mean? Isabella?
Year.
Year, thank you. Okay, here we go.
She just got braces.
So I need to bring you Jolly Ranchers. Okay.
That's what your mom
She's fine, but thank you. I'll give her a treat at home, promise.
It's okay.
I'm giving you a treat from my heart. How's that for cheesiness? Okay, next word. Duodecim. 12. Good. Do you see how it's decim here with a duo on the front?
Yeah, decim. Yeah.
Decim?
The I changes. The E in decam changes to I, but otherwise it's the same.
Oh, I think decim comes that way, doesn't it?
No, decam.
Oh, decam. Yeah, you're right. Right. Good. Brilliant. Like I told you. Okay, let's try mensis. Luca. Month. Okay, now do you? Right. Okay. So men, sace. Good. Now this one's a little tricky because we've never been introduced to these. Do you guys still have your handout in front of you with the 5th declension nouns? Just like all nouns, nouns come to us in a particular, what do we remember? Declension. That's a fancy word for, yes. Catherine, would you mind passing a few more out back there? Did somebody say fancy word for Eden? Can you tell me what it was? Nice. Family. Good job. Okay. Okay, according to their own what? James? Sorry, heads up. Nouns come to us in a particular declension and decline according to their own what?
Gender?
Yes, gender, but also to their own declension. Okay?
Endings?
Nouns come to us with a caveman,
Oh.
Gender?
gender, and decline according to their own
Gender?
gender. Right, so they're declining with those same things, right? They're declining according to their gender and according to their declension, both. Okay? Good job. Here you go. Okay. 5th declension nouns are typically, does anybody want to guess?
Feminine.
Feminine. Except one, which we're going to learn here in a minute. So what do we know the nominative singular will be, Mr. Luca, in the back? We just said men cis and then men sace.
So,
Is? Ace. Okay, good. I'm going to come back to that. Whoops, wrong one. Let's look at the next sentence. All right, everybody, let's read this together. Februarius, can't hear you. Februarius brevior est quam ceteri decim menses. Is mensis brevissimus est. Okay, who would like to give this a shot? You guys have answered quite a bit. Anybody that hasn't answered yet? Isabel. La. Isabella.
February is.
Oh, wait. Find the verb for me.
Est.
Mm-hmm. Do you see another one?
Est.
Good. Okay, 2 lines under each est. How about subject?
Februarius.
Uh-huh. And how about this one? So when we have this semicolon, we're joining 2 full sentences together. Okay? Right. This one is good. Yeah, okay. All right. Ready to try to translate? Do you see any prepositional phrases in here or anything else, like a relative clause? Okay, let's give it a try there.
February is a short month.
Okay. What do we do with this quam?
Is shorter than.
Yay! Okay, do you see this Eeyore? Put a big box around it. Now, I want you to think about this. Okay, this is a funny way to remember it, okay? This is a really weird way. This is the way my brain works. Welcome to my brain. Okay, so if you struggle with something I like to call comparativitis, where you compare yourself to someone else, how are you going to feel? Sad. Like Eeyore. Do you get it? Eeyore compares it? Okay. So when we see Eeyore, we think sad because he's comparing himself to other people and what other people have, right? Okay. So we're I don't know. Your brain might not work that way, but go on ahead.
February is shorter than the rest. The rest.
Then
The rest.
Other. This one's other. Then the other.
11 months.
Good. So this one's kind of funny. Usually we translate that with as he. Sometimes if it's an adjective, we can translate it as this or that. Okay?
This month is very short.
How did you know it's very though? What's telling you it's very?
Is the most part?
That's right. So put a box around this guy. Okay? This is something called the superlative, which we'll get into in a minute. All right. Undecim, what did that mean? Silas.
11?
11. And the ending, isimus, Isabella, can you remind us again what that meant?
Very.
Very. Or it can also mean most. Or, you know, if we said long, longer, long, longest, right? So it can also have that ending est. Okay, so now you also have this really fun, you know, comparative and superlative adjective worksheet. Now you won't always have this many worksheets, okay? Or grammar sheets, but you do today. Do you remember these little guys? We said the one chameleon is longer than the other, it's bigger than the other, the boy one.
Yeah.
Well, meet Grandpa. He is not just longer, he is the long.
Yes.
That's right, okay? He's the Mac Daddy. All right, August means grandpa down here. Okay, so we're saying that the puella is, if she's just one, that would be our positive, right? We would say in Latina,
Oh. Regular?
let's say she's, and how do you put long into Latin?
Longest?
So she's just plain flat,
Yeah.
long. So it would be longus, longa, longum. So what do we do if it's a feminine noun? Longa. Okay, the boy is blank, the girl.
Is.
Oh, wait, somebody else. Theodora, let's let you give this a try. Nice. So here we're just doing a comparative. A comparative is when we're comparing two. Okay? And what other special word do we need to show than, Theodora? Quam. Good. Whoops. Kind of wrote over it. But ours, Gabriel, is the, right? He's the longest. So this is when we're comparing three or more. Nice. I did not leave enough room. Okay. We're going to get into details a little more on this, but not right now. These are going to be kind of a work in progress sheet as we're going over the next while. Okay, let's try the next sentence. Let's read it together first, okay? All right. Everyone. Unus annus duodecim menses vel trecentos sexaginta quinque dies habet. Okay, and I'm going to pick on Mr. Luca in the back. Not Luca, Liam. These masks throw you off. Liam, please. Can you find the verb habet? Nice and loud, okay? Because we've got the mower out here too. And how about the subject? Very good. Okay. Are there any prepositional phrases or relative clauses that we need to pull out? Okay. Would you like to give it a stab?
1 year
Go all the way to the verb.
has 10 months.
Duodecim. Nice and loud for me, okay?
12 months.
Uh-huh. So this little word is just a simple little conjunction. It means or. What do you think this means? Something sexaginta quinque dies. Want to give it a stab, Liam? 300 and how many days? 365 days. Good. Let's write these words in. So what did well mean? Who remembers? Anna. Or what did triquinti mean?
300.
300. How about sexaginta, Annalise? 60. How about dies? Soren.
Day.
Day. And what was the plural?
I believe it was days, actually. Wasn't it just the same? Yeah, it was days.
Yes. You know what? I don't know where my brain was. This is not a fifth declension. What declension is this, guys? Is ace. Ace. Gabriel. Third declension. So what gender is it? How do we determine gender? Do you remember? Say that one more time. Okay. Remember our third declension had a funny little rule. It's kind of guideline. Right. Do you remember what those letters were? Yes. Remember Aunt Nova who likes to sell you some Avon? Okay, good. So this is actually masculine. That was really my bad. Sorry about that. Okay, ace. So if we pull out our fifth declension, this is where we are. This is the really weird thing. Fifth declension nouns are typically feminine, except this word, ace, which is, what are you going to guess it is? Silas?
Masculine.
Which is masculine, okay? Oh my gosh. You can tell I'm tired. All right. What is our fifth declension? This should not be is. What is our fifth declension? Singular.
Ace.
Ace. All right. All right. So mensis, mensace is a third.
Third.
Yeah. And who translated that one for me? Was that you, Silas? Who translated 365?
Liam, wasn't it?
Liam. Ooh. Wow. Are you sure you're not into baseball? Okay. All right, let's read the next one. Numerus, everybody, numerus deerum ani est trecenti sexaginta quinque. Good. Who hasn't translated yet? Lawrence, would you do this one for us? Nice and loud, though. Do you see a verb? Good. Do you see a subject? Huh? Which one? I can't hear you.
And
Ani? Is that what you're talking about? Okay. That one's close. That's not quite. You know how it's us, e, os, e? This is actually a genitive, okay? Which word do you think it might be? What would be the other choice? No, it would be this first one here, okay? Numerus, right. Do you see how deerum looks kind of similar to another ending? Anybody want to guess at what that is, Isabella?
Accusative.
Not accusative. You're right, the would kind of look that, but arum with that.
Oh,
Do you have another guess?
no.
James?
Orum and arum.
Right.
First and second.
Which are,
Genitive plural.
thank you. Good. Okay, so this is another genitive. Okay? All right. Give it a shot for me, Lawrence. Going to translate it. Yep, numerous is number, so the number is very good. I'm sorry, I really do apologize. It's with these masks, it's very, your voice gets kind of muffled. and it's hard anyways because this is going on. So you're probably doing everything right, and I just can't quite hear you. Okay, so I apologize for that, but well done. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's try the next one. Quid est saeculum? Let's try it again, everybody. Quid est saeculum? Now this is the smallest, shortest sentence. Who hasn't done one yet? All right, Marie Claire.
What is a century?
Very good. Century. So that word means century.
Yes.
And Ace was our exception, and what gender was it? Soren?
Masculine.
Masculine. Good. Did I write it? Yeah. Everybody, saeculum est centum ani. Annalise? Good. Next sentence, everybody start reading. Centum ani vel saeculum longum tempus est. Silas. Subject and verb.
Okay. Subject is ani. Verb is est.
Okay. Okay, keep looking. Do you see any more subjects?
Well, saeculum.
Right. So what kind of throws you off when you look at est and you look at ani?
Because it makes you think, oh, what? That's multiple years, but it's est.
Right, exactly. So this is something kind of interesting about Latin. The subject that is closer to the verb will be the one that is the same
That's
in
kind of
number.
like English.
Okay? Yeah. Okay. So Silas, go ahead and translate for
Okay.
us.
100 years, or a century, is a long time.
Tempus, that's in here. You were ready
Thank
to
you.
catch. Tempus is our new word. It means time. Tempus. Anybody want to look at this derivative here? Ora, temporary. Go ahead, Isabella.
Tempora?
Tempora. Okay.
Huh. Good time.
So Isabella, if we've got that at the end,
It's neuter.
it's neuter. And what declension do you think it is?
Third?
Yes. Good job. So now we have to draw a little watch on our guy or something, right?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Everyone together? Duo saecula sunt ducenti ani. Let's see, somebody's gotten out of it so far. Eden, your turn. Subject and verb. What do you think your verb is? Sunt. So then we know we have a plural subject. So which one is our subject? Good. Okay. Go ahead. Translate. How many years? 200 years, right? These are our predicate nominative. They're telling us more about our saeculum, right? They're renaming it. Good. So let's add that word in. Ducenti. What did it mean again? Somebody? Anne? 200. Good. Everyone together? Homo centum annus vivere potest, sed ducentos annus vivere nemo potest. Anyone who hasn't translated, raise your hand. Okay, Caveman. So, yep, verb first.
Test.
Potest, so 2 lines there.
Homo?
Oh, as the subject?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so I still see some more verbs.
Oh, okay. Vivere.
Good. What kind of verb was that?
Infinitive.
Infinitive. Whoop, whoop. Okay, put your infinitive sign over it. Do you see any other verbs?
Another vivere.
Uh-huh. Another infinitive. Another verb.
Potest.
Nice. Okay, somebody needs to answer this question for me. English grammar question. Paper writers. All you paper writers out there. What do we see here? What does this tell us? The comma plus a said. What does that tell us? Anna? Yes! Thank you. Sorry, that was my mom voice screaming out, saying, yay! Okay, good job. So it's 2 full sentences being joined together by a conjunction and a comma, right? If we don't have both of those things, then that's called a comma splice, so we don't like that, right? So we know we have 2, so we're going to have 2 subjects then, Caden, and 2 verbs, because we have 2 complete sentences being joined together.
So, would the other subject be Nina?
Haha! Good job! You are doing great. Okay, let's give it a try.
Human?
Uh-huh.
What?
Go to the main verb first. So a man or a human,
Yeah.
potest.
Human is able
Uh-huh.
to live 100 years,
Good. Keep going.
but is not able to. Nobody is able to live 200 years.
Well done. Were there any new words on that? Nope. Okay. Next sentence, everyone. De eis est dum sol in caelo est. Let's see. Who hadn't done one? Anna, you haven't done one? Go ahead. Subject verb. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Subjects. De eis is one, and sol. Do you see any prepositional phrases or relative clauses? In Kylo. Okay. Can you translate, please? While. While. Est.
Is while the sun is in the sky.
Good. Prima pars, everyone. Prima pars dei est mane. Luca. Can you just translate it straight up?
The first part of the day is the morning.
Yay! Nice. Okay, new word here. Morning. You're going to love morning. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you how to decline it. Are you ready? Mane, 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 mane. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Easy to click.
Really nice.
Declension 0.
You can never get it wrong.
Yeah, I know, it's really nice. Okay, so let's take a quick little break from, well, we're going to stop doing this because we're about out of time. And I would like to go on ahead and fill out this 5th declension noun chart. Okay, so you can go on ahead and start working on it. Okay, ace, ace, does anybody know it because of memory period? Go on ahead and start chanting it.
Ace, ace, M, ace, A, 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 A.
Good, some of you guys know it, good. So this one was A-E, right? Yes. The next one?
Aero.
A-rum. The next one?
A.
A-E. Yep.
like genitive.
Okay.
Ebus.
Abus. And then the ablative. Anybody, just shout it out.
Ebus.
Abus. Okay, so let's go and do this again. Ace,
Ace,
M, Ace, A, Abram, A, Abus, A, Abus. Very good. Trying to remember if I need to do. Okay. We're going to go ahead and look at this just a wee bit. Okay? I'm going to look at this chart just for a minute because I want to make sure you understand it. Okay? What we have here is I've listed the positive, the comparative, and the superlative. So remind me again, if it's just a positive adjective, how many things are we talking about? Yeah, 1 or 2 or whatever, but we're not, are we comparing them?
No.
No, we're not comparing them. When we compare them, how many things are we comparing? 2, either 2 single things or 2 groups of things, right? Okay, what about superlative?
More than 2.
3 or more, right, okay? So our positive, what do we do for our first and second declension adjective? What does it look like? The ending. It's us, or right? Like fluvius, or insula, or oppidum. When we're comparing them, we learned that it was eor plus like eor, eores, eorem, eores, eoris, eurum. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta remember that one too. It's a lot. And then our neuter was, does anybody remember, Soren?
Yes.
Eus. Good. So our superlative ending is something new from today. So what was our superlative ending? Annalise? Isimus. Okay. Does this make sense? This is just going to be a helpful reminder for you to remember what these look like, okay? Because they're going to look different according to whether or not it's like an adjective like pulcher or if it's a third declension adjective.
Is superlative, all the endings are the same as positive, but with ism on the beginning?
Yes, that's exactly it. Good observation. All right, we're going to take a minute and just make sure we understand looking ahead. You are reading the rest of this section 2 and section 3 before I see you again. So that's quite a bit. Your quizzes, I'm not going to grade quizzes on days that are online classes, okay? I'm going to post the quiz on the section that says week by week, so you just go on to that day, and the quiz will be on there with the key. So when you print it, it's just going to be a simple quiz of some sort. You don't need to give me those grades or anything. That's for your own. I just needed to take something off of my plate with doing this back and forth because it's a lot. So that was one simple thing I could do. Okay, so you're going to have a quiz next week, but it's going to be on the website. Okay, and it's going to be more like a parent quiz than an actual graded quiz. Your next quiz will not cover your 5th declension nouns, but your next in-person class will have that chart on it. Okay, so those 5th declension nouns. Anytime that you get a handout from me, okay, so if you get a handout like this, anytime that there's a chart, you need to work on memorizing that and make sure that you understand that, okay? That's something very important from that chapter. So it's just like last year. Does that make sense? Does everybody understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. What questions do we have? None? Not even like, is it lunchtime yet?
It is lunchtime.
I know, thankfully.
That clock is wrong.
Yes, Silas.
Is it lunchtime yet?
I know. Just about. Okay, let me just make sure we covered everything. Wow, we finished a few minutes early. Let's go on ahead since we still have 3 minutes and we're early. Let's just translate the next sentence so you don't have to do it at home. Okay.
Good.
Okay. attitude that was. Thank you very much. If I can find that overhead, because I just threw them together. Oh my dear, I've never had this many overheads in my life. Ah, maybe we won't. Okay, let's try the next sentence without an overhead. Oh, there it is. No, it's not. Okay. Let's read the next sentence. Pars dei, everyone? Pars dei postrema est vesper. Anybody? James?
The part of the day at the end is evening.
Good, good. The part of the day. I like how you figured out that dei was what? Right. It was that genitive. Okay, postremos means last. And vesper, evening. Evening. And it's just a second declension masculine. Let's see if we can get in another sentence or two. Everyone? Deis est tempus amane ad vesperam. Soren.
The day, day,
So let's
the
put
day.
it, let's say, a day or the day.
A day is a time at the end.
So amane,
Oh, okay, that makes sense. A day is time that from what do you call the beginning point?
mane.
Yeah, morning.
That's what I call a brain fart right there.
From
Okay,
morning
keep
to
going.
evening.
Good. Here it is. From morning to evening. Good. All right, guys. Well done.